Today we're going to be talking about revision or change notes. A lot of times we got to make changes to a print. It could be that the print come out with a mistake on it and it needs to be changed, or it could be just a design change that needs to be changed. The main reason to keep revision or change notes is for historical data. We want to keep the history of that print. What has everything that's taken place with that part. We need to know each and every individual change for certain reasons. We might need to go back and change it back to what it used to be. We might need to look back and say, well, it's already been that and it didn't work. We don't need to change back to that anymore. A good example, the print that we use for half sections, you've got 1/8 inch here from the end over to the center of the oil hole. Well, you remember I told you that was incorrect. We said it was actually 3/8 of an inch. So if I took and marked out the 1/8 and made it 3/8. Now, somebody would be doing this on a CAD system. They would actually change the dimension. They wouldn't just mark it out. But since we're not on a CAD system right here, we're just going to mark it out. We've got that changed. You might put a balloon out there or whatever, but here's the thing. Different companies do this differently. For instance, where I used to work, the part number on this print would come out. It might have a -0 on it the very first time it comes out. Now, the minute I went and changed one dimension on there, we would change the revision level. We would take the -0 off of it and make it -A. And then we would look up here, and you might even put a balloon up here by that and say A. That means that this dimension was changed when revision level went to A. And then come down here and we have A. And we would say dimension 3/8 was 1/8. So now we've got that recorded, what it used to be, what it is now. And we put the day's date, 10- whatever the date is. And then you put who the changes were made by. I'll put my initials since I made the changes. And there we've recorded the change. It's for historical data. Now, we used to actually do so many changes in a tool and die shop. We were changing the tools so often, we would keep a whole separate sheet that had change notes on it. But a lot of times you're just going to have it right on the print. Now here's the thing, you've got the shop floor out there now. Somebody calls over and asks, what's the latest print for this part number A14241036? And they would tell you, well, we're on revision A. And they would say, well, I've got the revision 0, so I need to come pick up the latest and greatest print. That's just a good way to keep up with what print's been put out the last. But that's pretty much revision and change notes. Again, you'll do your work for this week, and if you have any questions, feel free to email me.